My name is William Townsend, and I'm an associate production manager here at Sony Pictures Animation, and I'm also an occasional voice actor. I grew up in northern Illinois, just the suburbs north of Chicago. There's not much to do there. Everything closes down around 9 o'clock, so we had to kind of find other things to entertain ourselves with. So when I wasn't playing basketball, I was kind of looking for another outlet to expend my energy on, and that was the theater group. I was always loved being the center of attention, loved being on stage, just loved entertaining people in general. People always told me I should be an actor when I went out to LA, but that was never anything I really considered. I thought that was too crazy and hard to get into. But now that I'm in it, it's great. But I never really thought I would be in that industry. I actually came to LA to go to school at USC when I went to college. One of my best friends, Ben Gross, worked at a summer camp in South Carolina and encouraged me to come out there and do that. So every summer in college, I worked at Camp Thunderbird, which was one of the best experiences of my life. I was in charge of 7-year-olds there, which was fantastic. They get excited for everything, which I do as well. So it was a good fit. But we would always talk to them in silly voices. We did a Russian accent for a week, non-stop, didn't break character. But one of our favorite things to do was play a game called Hansel Says, which is Simon Says, but just with terrible German accents. And so I would be Hansel and be like, Hansel says, touch your forehead! And we do that for hours, and the kids loved it. And I'd often get up on stage and entertain the kids while we were doing that. It was Red Bull gives you wings. When I got out of school, I was looking for a job, and one of my good fraternity brothers knew someone that worked at Sony Pictures, and that was a great combination because I live about 3 blocks away from Sony Pictures, so I figured I could ride my bike every day to work. Walking's too slow, and I feel like it's too close for me to drive. Like, that's just bad. I don't want to take a parking spot up. So I just bike here. It's quick and convenient, and I get home in 5 minutes. And so I ended up getting an interview there and ended up working for Sony Pictures Animation as just a production coordinator. When I first started my job here, it was a little less interesting than it is now. I was definitely doing a lot of IT work, helping set up computers, meeting new hires that started here, fixing a printer that never works, moving artwork around like the ones behind me. It was less glamorous, but I enjoyed it. I got to meet a lot of people as I walked around and did my rounds. Now, once a director and producer lock down a script for a movie, they go through storyboard process and they need scratch voices for these storyboards. Instead of bringing in the professional actors every time, they'll have people do the voices for these storyboards. So Dave was looking to do the cast people for the scratch recording, and he was down the hallway talking to my boss, and I had no idea this was going on. I just needed a ruler or something, so I yelled, "Oh, does someone have a ruler?" And he said, "Oh, can you say that again?" Okay, and so I yelled it again, and he goes, "Oh, that sounds great. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a loud, enthusiastic person." So he brought me down to the scratch room to record a few lines, and ended up casting me to do the scratch version of Elliot. Elliot is very similar to myself, very enthusiastic, very loud, loves silly ideas, but he even takes my enthusiasm level up a notch.
Red Bull gives you awesome! You make the story so real!
Recording scratch voices was a blast. It broke up my day. Instead of looking at a computer screen for endless hours, I was able to go into a booth and record silly voices. One day while we were doing the scratch recording for Elliot, I was reading a few of his lines on the page, and the next line was a Mr. Weenie line. And I just felt like goofing around, and I said his line as well.
Something bad has happened! Something really, really bad!
And it naturally broke into my Hansel voice from camp, and Dave laughed and thought it was really funny. And so he had me do that a few more times, and we kind of turned that camp voice into the Mr. Weenie character that everyone knows and loves. We had just wrapped up the scratch recording of the movie. I thought I would be done with it, and Dave called me into his office, and I said, "Dave, I gotta go, I have a plane to catch." And he sat me down and ended up telling me that they had cast me to be Elliot in the actual movie. I jumped out of my chair, did a bunch of fist bumps all over the place, and just kept yelling in excitement. About 2 months later, after I had found out I was going to be doing Elliot in the movie, Dave called me into his office again. And he told me that they actually wanted me to do Mr. Weenie as well. And I jumped up again, did more fist pumps, and danced around even more. Doing Mr. Weenie is the biggest joy I can do, so I was very happy to hear that. I think the coolest part of the experience is when I first saw Elliot and Mr. Weenie talk to each other on screen. It was incredible to see 2 characters that I voiced talk to each other. It was just a really weird experience, but I couldn't stop smiling the rest of the day. I hope once this movie comes out, some of the kids that I worked with will look forward to hearing that voice that we entertained them with for a while in the movie, the Hansel voice as Mr. Weenie, essentially. And I hope when they get to see that, it puts a smile on their face, too.